Sabalenka edges Gauff in thrilling WTA Finals opener. Aryna Sabalenka secured a crucial victory over Coco Gauff in their WTA Finals group stage match. The world number 1 claimed a hard-fought first set 7-6-5 in a nail-biting encounter. This win gives Sabalenka the early lead in the group and a significant advantage for reaching the semifinals. The match showcased a classic clash of playing styles. Sabalenka's raw power was pitted against Gauff's exceptional defensive skills. According to Reuters, the intensity of the match set a high bar for the remainder of the prestigious season-ending tournament. A tense battle decided by a tiebreak. The first set was a rollercoaster of momentum shifts. Both players traded breaks of serve early on. Neither athlete could establish a decisive advantage in the opening games. The set inevitably progressed to a tense tiebreak. Gauff's composure was tested against Sabalenka's ferocious serving. Sabalenka ultimately clinched the set on her second set point. This victory is a major step toward the semifinals for the Belarusian. It also strengthens her position at the top of the world rankings. For Gauff, the path to the knockout stages now becomes more complicated. Contrasting styles create compelling spectacle. The match was a fascinating study in contrasts. Sabalenka relied on her aggressive baseline power and dominant serve. Gauff countered with her speed, defensive resilience, and tactical intelligence. Sabalenka's ability to hit through Gauff's defenses proved critical. Her powerful forehands and service winners were key difference makers. Gauff's strategy focused on extending rallies and forcing errors. The emotional landscape of the match was also telling. Sabalenka channeled her intensity into her shots. Gauff maintained a calm and focused demeanor throughout the high-pressure moments. What this means for the tournament. Sabalenka's win positions her as a strong favorite to win the group. Her performance sends a clear message to her other competitors. The momentum gained from such a tight win is psychologically significant. For Coco Gauff, the loss is a setback but not a tournament ender. The round-robin format allows for recovery. Her upcoming matches are now must-win situations to keep her title defense hopes alive. The match lived up to its billing as a blockbuster showdown. It highlighted the incredible depth and competitiveness in women's tennis today. Fans can expect more thrilling encounters as the tournament progresses. It was more than just a match. On the gleaming court of the WTA Finals in Riyadh, two titans of the women's game, Sabalenka and Gauff, collided. From the first serve to the final winner, it was a match that wove tension, brilliance, and raw emotion into an hour and a half of sublime sport. Opening flurries and early breaks. From the outset, Coco Gauff struck with confidence. She moved Sabalenka around, attacking angles, threading returns, and showed the judgment of a player determined not to simply survive the world number 1 but to challenge her. But Sabalenka, known for her power and ferocity, wasn't going to be outmuscled quietly. Her big serve lethal as ever, and her forehand barrage kept her in every point. Gauff grabbed early opportunities, she broke, she held, she looked like she might seize this match. And for a stretch she did. Yet the tide turned. Sabalenka scrambled after a Gauff drop shot, chased it down, and struck a forehand winner down the line. That moment marked the shift. The tiebreak, where the margin is the fine line. The first set reached its climax in a tiebreak, the kind of moment where dozens of tiny decisions, micromotions, mental breaths determine the outcome. Gauff had squandered break leads earlier yet looked composed. She raced to 4-2 in the tiebreak. But Sabalenka dug in. With fierce serve placement, with angle returns, with a forehand winner to seal it. She took the set 7-6-5, a razor-thin lead, but a statement. The National +3 is at TV +3 tennisnow.com +3. Second set, momentum, momentum, momentum. Once Sabalenka had that first set, the second set felt different. She surged. She broke early, she made few mistakes, she pressed. Gauff, meanwhile, seemed to lose a little thread, her forehand misfired, her serve wobbling, the momentum slipping. Sabalenka capitalized, closing out the second set 6-2. And with that, she had eliminated the defending champion, advanced, and reminded the tennis world that she is a force not just of power, but endurance and mental toughness. The Washington Post +2 Editorji +2. 2 styles, 1 match. What made this one especially compelling was the clash of styles. Gauff the intelligent mover, counterpuncher, someone who builds points and tries to draw the opponent out. Sabalenka the blunt instrument of power, of serve and forehand, of ending points rather than prolonging them. Early in the match Gauff's plan was working. Move Sabalenka, make her uncomfortable, extend rallies, hope the errors creep in. But Sabalenka refused to let the plan work too long. She found her rhythm, clipped in the big shots, changed gears. The mental edge. Tennis isn't just physical. At this level, it's almost entirely mental. In that tiebreak, Gauff had the edge, yet Sabalenka found the flick switch needed to turn the match. It's no coincidence that the world number 1 has an exceptional record in tight sets and tiebreaks. According to commentators, she improved to 22-2 in tiebreaks in 2025. Tennisnow.com +1. Meanwhile, Gauff's frustration began to show. The first set could easily have gone her way, but the margins in tennis are wafer-thin. What it means? For Sabalenka, this win sends a message: she's still at the summit. She not only defeated a top opponent, but eliminated the defending champion from the tournament, and did so in straight sets. It tells us that on her day, Sabalenka is the one to beat. For Gauff, the result stings. But there are positives, too. She was in the match, made the opportunities, challenged the very best. The question now is, how will she respond? How will she refine her serve, sharpen her forehand, and develop those mental edges that convert chances into sets? The bigger picture. In the grand drama of professional tennis, rivalries drive storylines. Sabalenka versus Gauff is becoming one of them. They meet not just for titles, but for legacy. The dynamics shifting, the young challenger, Gauff, evolving, and the established champion, Sabalenka, defending, innovating, refusing to be overtaken. This match, in Riyadh, was a snapshot, but also a chapter in a larger tale. It reminds fans that tennis isn't simply baseline rally after baseline rally, it's mental warfare, athletic brilliance, triumph and agony. The swings of momentum, the microbreaks, the big serves at crunch moments all converged. Moving forward, what to watch? Serve efficiency. Gauff will need to stabilize her serve under pressure. Sabalenka will look to keep her serve dominating. Forehand, Sabalenka's weapon. When it's on, few can touch it. When she finds her rhythm, she dictates. Point construction, Gauff's route. Her path to victory lies in extending rallies, moving Sabalenka, drawing errors, but that requires near-flawless execution. Mental resilience. At the very elite level, matches turn on a handful of points. Handling those moments defines champions. Final thoughts.